MyVegas Magazine, created by owner and publisher Mark Schaefer, has been dedicated to showcasing community events, networking mixers, local expos, charities, and so much more for over the past 20 years. And joining us this morning to talk about their recent feature are Doctors Joe Owens and Jonathan Sneed. They are the owners of Animal Focus Vet. Welcome, you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, wonderful to have you.
Good to be here. Thank you.
Absolutely. So let's get into it. Talk to us about Animal Focus.
Yes, well, the name, we kind of trademarked that name because we're literally focused on your animal. We take animals and pets like their family. So we understand the challenges that a lot of veterinarians have. It's universal between clients, which is you, the pet owner, which the pet can't talk, right?
Right.
And then finances that come at cost when it comes to how to maintain and take care of that animal. So we hyper-focus on what the patient needs, which is your baby, and treat them for, you know, things that they may have going on under the radar for weeks, months, or even years.
Yeah.
So we go beyond just the vaccination. We educate. We make sure that our staff is on board and well-trained and equipped to converse with you as the pet owner on the appropriate way to care for the animal at a higher quality. And that's super important for their quality of life because, again, they can't talk to us, right? A lot of times, unfortunately, our babies suffer in silence that is just unnecessary. So we try to stay ahead of that game for sure. And that's why we're Animal Focused Vet.
Absolutely. Let's talk a little bit about the inspiration as well. I mean, you know, you're talking about this higher standard of practices that you guys use, and you even mentioned what I really liked, which was that you even coach people on how to talk to the owners because, you know, they're like our babies, right? They're like our kids, and so that's really valuable too, to be able to know how to deal with both pet and owner, right?
Absolutely. When you talk about what we do different, we really focus on client education, and we understand that we try to give the patients the highest quality of medicine that they can provide because they don't talk to us. So when they can't communicate with us, we have to be able to diagnose and find out through diagnostics like blood work annually, x-rays annually, to be able to look inside the pet to see what's truly taking place. Because a lot of times we only see them once out of every 365 days. We don't know what's going on at home, so we don't have the slightest clue. So we have to be able to use diagnostics to see from what they're eating, just like us. If we go to McDonald's and eat McDonald's, we want to see what that's doing to our heart and our lungs and see what it's doing to our arteries and whether or not our cholesterol is high, triglycerides, and what we're doing with all our fatty acids. So we even offer a pet transport. We even started a pet transport because a lot of times a lot of owners can't get their pets into the animal hospital. So we even started a pet transport to be able to allow owners to be able to transport their pet into the hospital to allow us to catch problems before they become a problem.
Absolutely. Now, when we talk about taking our pets to the vet, a lot of cost concerns always come into this, right? Because I mean, sometimes it's a sticker shock. They're like humans, you know? So how do you, what would you recommend, and in terms of sort of keeping sort of that cost down, but still maintaining that quality care with your pet?
For sure, Jessica, excellent question. There's no way around it, to be honest with you. I mean, we care, we hear what we communicate to each other about how much we love our babies, but they do require some maintenance. And again, they can't talk to you. A couple things that we always recommend, hands down, that you need to do and implement is, number one, pet medical insurance. Please Google it. You can top 10 it, whatever you can afford. Something is better than nothing. And before you get any pre-existing conditions, it really helps the longevity of your pet. A lot of times we learn owners have to touch the stove, that first arm break, that first ear infection. Then they realize the sticker shock bill, and then they're like, well, we don't want to get it because what else is going to cover the next issue? So something's better than nothing. Number two, biannual exams. They go a long way. Always check, like Dr. Sneed just mentioned, you don't know what you don't know. They include some blood work, some labs, urinalysis, x-rays, depending on what's going on. And then, of course, your annual dental cleanings. Health is wealth in your mouth. And our patients get everything we get. They just can't tell you about it. And then finally, just, you know, save. $2 a day goes a long way. I know we have our own vices. So I hear excuses, but ultimately, let's prioritize what's important. It's not a matter of, you know, if you need us, it's a matter of when. And a lot of these things can be super avoidable if we just kind of do the routine stuff, the lower maintenance before the big ticketed items come, because we thought everything was okay, but unfortunately that was not the case.
You know, and you really touched on it, because I think when you're talking that general practice care and that consistency and just making sure that, you know, you're taking your animal in, as opposed to waiting for that bigger issue to occur. And I think we can all experience that even from our own health experiences, right?
And we can talk.
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
So, gentlemen, thank you so much for coming in this morning. You know, Dr. Owens, Dr. Sneed, you guys definitely, they are super, super knowledgeable, and we've just been having a great time, even off camera. So, to learn more about preventative pet care, head to animalfocusvet.com.